everyone, I am Danica Taylor. I am a friend and colleague of Rene's. I will be asking him a few questions so all of our viewers get to know who is Rene Cyr from your Cabo Realtor.
It's good to see you, Danica, as always.
Good to see you. Okay, so first of all, please tell us where you're from and how long have you been here?
I'm from Vancouver Island, Canada. I've been here for just about 7 years now. It'll be 7 years in November.
Beautiful.
And I absolutely love it. You know, obviously, I mean, it's Cabo. What's there not to love?
Exactly. I love Cabo. So what brokerage do you work for and for how long?
I'm with Nick Fong, Rene Cyr Real Estate. I've been with him for almost 6 years now, and it's been a great experience. Started off with the company when it was small, as Los Cabos agent actually at the time, and now we've grown to what everybody knows us as Rene Cyr, up to 60 agents.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, within that time frame, I became a top producer within the company as well, and
Congratulations.
it's been a great experience.
Nice. So you've seen it grow.
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
Everything. Nice. I love it. And did you sell real estate in Canada?
No, I didn't actually. I worked in oil and gas. I did 10 years in Alberta, and I worked overseas for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and my last posting was in Saudi Arabia, and I just kind of had enough one night. My daughter was being born, and I just decided I needed a career change. So I decided, hey, I was given an opportunity back in 2011 to sell real estate in Cabo, and I turned it down. I was a single guy at the time, and just, you know, it wasn't on my radar at the time.
Perfect.
But after my daughter was born, I completely changed everything.
Oh, that's beautiful. And now that we're talking about your daughter, how old is she?
6'6", going on 16, as most of them are.
Aww.
She's, you know, your typical handful, and
Yes.
yeah, she's great. I love her to death.
Oh, she's beautiful. I love your daughter. She's just so pretty. So tell us, how was the transition from being a rig manager to real estate agent?
It was a big transition, you know, going from a blue-collar job to a white-collar job and using nothing but your mind as opposed to physical labor. Yeah, it was a big transition.
Yeah.
Not as easy as I thought it was going to be either, but, you know, again, eventually it all works out. You just have to put in the time.
Yes, I bet. And were you able to take anything from, you know, your previous career to now?
And apply it to
Yeah.
real estate.
Yes.
I would have to say the ability to work long hours. You know, we used to work 12 to 16 hours a day overseas, and working with different personalities. So working with both buyers and sellers, multiple
Yes.
personalities, and working with, you know, the men that were on location. So anywhere from, depending on which country I was in at the time, 30 to 110 people on location at a time.
Yeah.
And daily I would interact with at least 50% of them. So yeah, just working with different personalities, the ability to work long hours and just keep pushing forward.
And what would you say was like your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge, patience.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
I'm an
course.
impatient guy, and but at the end of the day, because the thing is, oil and gas, it's a fast-paced industry, right?
Yes.
And it's go, go, go. The office is pushing you, get this done, get that done, and you come here, and it's just like, I've been here for, well, I mean, after the first 3 years, you know, I was just starting to catch up to some of my clients, and even today, now, I still have clients that haven't bought yet. And I've been with them for 4 or 5 years, and they're starting to come. But you know, and you have other people that'll buy in a week. But
Yes.
yeah, no, it's all about patience.
Absolutely.
It's all about timing for both the buyers, the sellers, the market, everything.
The process.
Yeah.
I know. Yes. And what can you tell us about, you know, you living in Cabo? What you love and dislike about this place?
Love the weather, obviously.
course,
It's been
yes.
it's dry majority of the year, except for obviously the summer months. The short flight back to Vancouver is great. The hospitality of the people, just Cabo as a whole, the scenery, absolutely amazing. Dislike, getting a little bored from time to time. You know, we had a lot of organized sports back home, so
Yes.
you know, it's either the beach or, you know, go to the bars, stuff like that. So no, I like just to like to have things to do, without a doubt. And but yeah, no, it's just you just need to find different ways to spend your time.
Of course. Okay, got it. And have you lived anywhere else in Mexico before?
I did actually.
Yeah,
I lived in Cuernavaca for about a
Okay.
year. I was actually dating a European girl. We randomly met on a plane and ended up living together for a year in Cuernavaca. And I also spent 2.5 years in Costa Rica, Veracruz,
Okay.
on the east coast of Mexico, while I was
Beautiful.
working in the oil and gas industry. So
Yeah, you're
yeah,
adventurous.
I've been in
Cool.
quite a few parts of Mexico, and I love it. It's it's the one country I've spent the most time in outside of Canada, out of all the countries I've traveled to. So it's
I
very
love
close
it.
to my heart.
I love Mexico because everywhere you go is a little different, like the food, the culture,
Absolutely.
even like the way people talk.
Yeah.
I love that about Mexico. Yes. And so what can you tell us it is your best trait, like your best personality trait?
I would say I'm very open, very honest. I've lived with my life with integrity,
Good.
and I've also been recognized for it both in the oil and gas industry and here in real estate. But that's just how I've always been. I want my clients to know at the end of the day that what I'm telling them is the truth to the best of my ability. And if I don't know the answer to a question they have, I'm not going to just give them something just to answer. I will find out, and I've always, like I said, I was always fight tooth and nail for my clients. And yeah, full transparency and integrity.
Yeah, I love that about you, Rene, honestly.
Thanks.
So, yeah, congratulations on everything. And,
Thank you very much.
This is it. These are all the questions for Rene. Thank you so much for everything, Rene. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, of
thanks
course.
for being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. And thank you everyone for watching. If you want to get to know more about Rene, you can have a Zoom call with him. So yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
contact me by phone, WhatsApp, social media. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Bye.